When I was about 58 and a half, I had got an abscess in my upper back tooth. And so I went to the affordable dentist and he pulled that one, and then I got another abscess. And then I figured I'll get all 8 pulled. And so then I was without teeth. For about a year, I had slivers coming out of my mouth. And I waited for about 2 years, and then I went to get dentures. And I got dentures, and then I had them adjusted 3 times, and they still wobbled in my mouth. And they weren't comfortable. I was dancing with a lady, and we stopped to talk, and they just about flew out of my mouth. And I decided I need to do something, you know. I mean, I went for about 6 years without teeth, and I just couldn't wear the dentures anymore.
Guy was struggling with an upper denture that is never fitting. He had to take it out all the time. He had to cover his mouth all the time when talking. Change his personality from being an outgoing person to someone who doesn't really want to be interacting with people much.
I was always covering my mouth, and I actually forgot how to laugh. I mean, really laugh, you know? And I kind of isolated myself because of that. The whole tooth thing without teeth, you know, my sister finally said to me, you know, Guy, I tried to cover it with facial hair, and she said, you know, I can see your lip sinking in, so I can tell you don't have upper teeth. And that's when I really got to thinking, boy, I need teeth. And so a friend of mine where I live, he made an appointment at Woodbury Dental Arts, and I said, well, I'll go with you. And I drive and he doesn't. And so we'll make adjoining appointments. And so I went and got an estimate, and I decided to go ahead and get these teeth, these upper teeth.
When he came to us, we discussed the option of providing him with a All-in-X treatment for his upper arch. We were able to provide him with 5 implants and send him home with a fixed bridge on the same day.
That just amazes me. And the whole staff have treated me well, and the teeth fit like a glove. There's been no adjustments so far, and there's been no movement, you know? I could eat a piece of broccoli now, or a carrot, which I had my first piece of Cub roasted chicken in 6 years, and it was so delicious, although it's fattening. You know, it's deep fried, and it's crisp, real crispy, and I couldn't eat it without teeth. And so John had brought some over, and I had a leg and a breast, and it was just, it was tremendous. I couldn't be happier. And every step of the way, Dr. Kamel it was very precise in how he did it, you know. It was like clockwork almost. I'm very happy with these teeth, you know. I can smile, tell stupid jokes. When I meet a stranger and he says, how are you doing today? Or, you know, great, how are you? You know, that's what a smile brings into my life.